This is like fucking sandy, dude. Hey everybody, how's it going? BMoto here with you again for my weekly vlog. Yes, I said weekly. I know, it's kind of unheard of for me, but I'm really going to try to put out a video a week this season. The season's so short, and you know, I ride a lot, and I shoot a lot of footage, so you know, there's no reason why I shouldn't have a bunch of videos. I'm going to keep them a little shorter this year, between 5 and 10 minutes. I just think that a moto vlog that's, you know, long, it's just boring. Pink Willow and I are taking advantage of the non-rainy day today, and it's kind of sunny, so we're taking advantage, and we're heading out to Adventure Motorsports out in Monroe, Washington. It's where I picked up my FZ07. Pretty cool dealership out there. We're just going to go out there and check it out. I really like to check out the new FZ09, and I want Willow to check out the R3, so we're going to do that. Today's vlog is going to be a story vlog, and I'll be having a little bit more of these coming in season 2. I only had one last year, but I'm going to keep them a little shorter, and they're going to kind of be topic based this year, so kind of going to have a little bit more of a structure and stuff like that, so hopefully it'll be better organized and, you know, just better for you guys. So today's story is going to be about my near-death experience. So back when I was in high school, had some buddies that we were all in a band together. Well, this one particular time, the bass player's parents had gone out of town. And, you know, just like any other mischievous little shithead kid, anytime the parents go out of town is our excuse to, you know, do things that we weren't supposed to be doing, which seemed to be the theme of my teenage years. In this case, we decided to just kind of have a little mini party over at his house, you know, drinking, smoking weed, all the stuff that, you know, stupid musician kids do. At least the ones I knew. So we were all drinking, smoking, just like normally we did, playing some music. Well, I grew up in Houston, Texas, and I don't know if anybody knows that area too well, but about 45 minutes away from Houston's basically the beach. And for us, in this case, it was a little town or island, better yet, called Galveston. We had decided that we were drunk now and it was time to drive down to Galveston. Well, something happened, and I don't remember what it was. It was just, I think we realized ultimately that we were all too drunk to drive and that nothing good would ever really come out of it. And so we decided just to stay at this guy's house, right? So we kept partying, and, you know, I'm sure everybody just, you know, eventually passed out, blah, 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 kind of turned in for the night. Well, I don't know how long had passed since I had gone to bed, but next thing I know, I wake up and it's like I'm sitting in a cloud of smoke, and I was crashed on the couch. So, and you know, when you go to sleep drunk, you know, everybody knows you don't wake up in the best, you know, place mentally. You don't have any idea what the fuck is going on. It freaked me out. And the first thing I did was took in a big breath and immediately coughed and felt like I had to barf. So what I did was I walked out the front door of the guy's house and took about 5 steps into the lawn and just barfed out the food that I'd eaten before, which in this case was a cheese pizza. And it was really gross. So I go back into the house because I had left some of my stuff there. There was something that I had on me at the time that was my girlfriend's, and I didn't want to leave it in the burning house to burn up. I don't remember what it was. It was her college book or something, I don't know. So I go back in, grab the stuff, call the fire department, and then we go and we try to put out the fire, which we figured out after a minute or so was in my buddy's bedroom. And, you know, pretty much luckily everybody at the whole house, and there was only 3 of us, everybody there was sleeping downstairs. Otherwise it would have been a lot worse, I think. So we got out, we mostly put the fire out, fire department got there, we were all standing out in front of the house when they got there. And the first thing they did was walked up to the pile of puke that I had left there and said, "Oh man, that looks like pizza." Well, the not so funny part about it was that at this point, we can't sleep at this house because it's burnt up and it's smoke damaged and it's just not inhabitable. So we had to call my mom in the middle of the night, and I think this is like about 1:30 or 2 in the morning. We had to call my mom, which, you know, everybody knew my mom, and, you know, my mom was kind of like the mom of all my friends. Basically, they called her mom, blah, 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 but we all knew that we were fucking in trouble, man. Like, we were in for it. My mom was really pretty cool about most things with me and trouble-wise, as long as I wasn't, you know, stealing, breaking the law in a serious way, you know, causing damage to anything or hurting anyone or anything. I'm sure she would have been way more pissed about that. Like, I got caught shoplifting once when I was 15, and she was real pissed about that. So, but this was, I think, more of that she was glad that I was not dead. But at the same time, my mom knew my friends and me, and she knew what kind of little shitheads we were. And, you know, she messed with us for like a couple years after that about that fire. But it was ruled later that it wasn't our fault. It was actually a faulty electrical outlet. Thank God. Can't imagine being on the hook for something like that. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for coming with me on this little ride and listening to my story. And hey, if you like the story, hit thumbs up. If you really liked it, hit subscribe. Thanks everybody for being here, and you guys ride safe and just take care. See you later.
If you wanna ride the white pony.